pretty good.
I can't believe that you're getting it out of the desk, because I see your videos, as many people have. Hundreds of millions of people have seen your videos. First thing I asked you when I reached out was like, what's your mic setup?
I mean, I usually use like an iPhone for almost everything I record, unless it's like a professional shoot just with like all these cameras and everything. But I usually record on my iPhone 14 Pro.
So there's no, it's just a phone.
Just the phone, just simple as that.
That's wild. Yeah, and then
I should invest in some cameras though, because people, now that I'm seeing all these.
You're doing fine, man.
So I usually use this for the phone, to hang up the phone right here.
Wow.
And I just put this lighting on the side, like all the way to the left.
Dude, it's so cool to be here. We are here with Lennie Simo. All right.
Straight from the top.
You're incredible, dude. You're incredible at
straight
this.
off the top. That's the process behind most of my beats.
I really enjoy being in spaces where it's like, oh, the internet knows this space.
Yep. People tell me to change the table, but I'm like,
no,
it's
no
visual,
way.
like dedication,
no way.
you know?
Yeah, you can see it. I can't believe the table sounds that good.
When you pen tap like on tables, you gotta have like the right table for that. So
Yeah,
I usually
of
use like
course.
maple wood, just like this, just because it has like a wooden smooth surface and it gets like the right acoustics.
I love that. Just like someone making a classical guitar, you gotta have the right wood, you gotta have the right instrument.
Definitely.
Wow.
The right pens to use. Like I mainly use the Bic. Shout out to Big for sending me these pens.
They sent you them?
I think like a huge package.
Really?
With like 500 pens saying like, oh, thank you for supporting us. You know, we can't wait for what you should do in the future.
I think every musician, or certainly me, knows about trying to drum on their desk.
Yeah.
And you've taken it further than anyone. You've turned it into a whole art form.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is something that started 13 years ago, because I all started out in school just like everybody else.
Yeah, it must have been, right?
I was in 6th grade at the time, you know, and everybody was doing this like in the classrooms and the cafeterias, so.
And at some point where you're like, I want to be the best in the world at this.
I was just focused on like, you know, making it as a hobby. But like once I started getting recognition, like that's when I decided to take it seriously.
Yeah.
Once I started receiving these crazy opportunities I never imagined, you know? So I had no idea where I wanted to take it. Like once I decided to take it seriously, I thought all I wanted to do was just YouTube and content.
Yeah.
But, you know, life works in crazy ways, and it just got me to a place I never imagined.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to make this like a full-time career. You know, I'm working at a pizza shop. I just work there just Monday through Wednesday, but when I have like Thursday to Sunday, that's when I have time to like perfect my craft and just like chase my dreams.
You have a lot of really interesting techniques to get different sounds.
Oh yeah, it's not all about rhythm. I like to add a lot of visual techniques like the pen spin. That's something I'm still trying to perfect, because
Yeah, let's get a good one of those.
So like it has to land in this exact position.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I do the hi-hats with like this part of the pen. You know? So if it was to land like this, like I have to start over, you know? I think we should call it like the penacopter or something.
The penacopter?
The penacopter. Because like a helicopter.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, because you're like...
So I could do like at a fast pace, like...
Yes.
I could teach you the basics.
Yeah, I would love to try. How are you getting a good bass drum?
You could do it just like flat, just like this. I like to do it with the corner.
Yeah.
Just because when you do the hi-hat at the same time, it's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you were to do it flat, like this, it feels like a little awkward, you know? But like this, you have like more control. The snare too. Yeah, so you first hold the pen like this with your thumb and your index finger.
Just like that. I don't normally use a pen like this, you know?
No, I know it feels really weird at first. Yeah. And then you bring these 3 fingers down.
Okay.
You should have like a gap just like this, you know?
Yeah.
With the hi-hat, basically that's like, you know, one of the basic sounds.
Yeah, I learned that one in like 3rd grade.
Okay. Got a little collab going. Hey. Yeah, so that's the hi-hat basically, right? And here comes the...
Hold on. I need to get in here.
Okay.
In between these lights.
Okay. I started out as a drummer. Oh, you know what? You know what's kind of wild? I started out drumming as a pen tapper.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I mean, I would do this.
That's
like,
how most...
I mean, not like you, but like instruments, particularly guitar, was a way to turn my fidgetiness into something that was more palatable. Because I wasn't this good at this.
So you got the hi-hat, yep. Now here comes the most this is the most uncomfortable part, because this little part just took me months to learn, the snare. Like it needs to be like at this angle, right, when you're doing the hi-hat. and then you let it go with these 3 fingers, and then pick it back up.
Oh, so you gotta be out of the way.
That's gonna yeah. But you gotta have like that crisp sound like this, right? So when you let it go, it should look like this. Like when you first start holding it.
Yeah. Wow, that's like really intricate. That's
it right there. And you just pick it up with the same 3 fingers. So some people could pick it up pretty quick, and that's it, right there. You learned a lot better than me. Yep, you're getting it. The only thing is, I like to keep the hi-hat straight the entire time. So if I add a bass, it should be like this, like, instead of like this.
Yeah.
You see the difference? Yeah. You see the difference?
That's a lot harder.
And then you start doing some crazy stuff, all these crazy techniques, the pentacopter.
The pentacopter.
No, but you got the basics. Like once you get the basics, that's all that matters. Okay. Let's try doing like a simple like drum beat, like it's like that Billie Jean. Add the moonwalk in there.
Yeah.
that should be a good like warm up. Or let's see it like this.
Yeah, maybe that's.
You see how these 3 fingers are like always flicking?
And you just drop it down. And it sounds like a snare.
So once you learn the snare, you could do like snare slides, like.
Ooh. Yeah, like you're putting a compressor on it. Ooh.
That's a little West Coast beer right there. Wait, that's something.
That's awesome.
But yeah, the more you do it, the more you get comfortable. You know, just like that. Then you can add some bass. But with the bass, you could do it however you like. Like you could do it flat like this, but I prefer like this.
The hi-hat and the kick at the same time.
Yeah. But yeah, once you get comfortable with one hand, maybe you can start doing it with the left as well.
Oh yeah.
Or like maybe like, cause that's the basic beat that everybody does. They could do like this, or like that's the classic like lunch table beat right there.
Yeah.
So that's how I started. Mm-hmm. Then I started adding finger rolls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You could either do it like this, or like this.
Yeah, they all get different tones in each one.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of techniques.
Yeah.
You could also mix that in with the bass, like. See? See, you kind of got it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I first started. Go. You can even change the pitch. Can you do this? Multitask like that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I kind of like to like flick my wrist instead of just doing this. I like to do this like.
Yeah, so you get a different.
It kind of has like a different sound to it. But once you get that.
You know, a little cooking.
And one of my most popular beats is up. You know, it's not only just because when people think of pen tapping, that's like the basic beat, or like, But I just discovered that there's so much to it.
Oh yeah,
you know, I just
like
started.
A machine.
I learned throughout the years that anything around you could be turned into music. Mm-hmm. Like for example, let's take
like a table.
Let's see something I have like in my room, right? So you could add that like as a perk or something. You could use that as a snare.
Yeah.
See, like it's just limitless. You can literally turn anything into music.
Wow. There's also a little bit of like a reverb tail with the desk.
Oh, it has like a ring
like
to
a
it.
ping, like a. Yeah,
You hear
and
that, right?
that's like.
It's just all the acoustics. This is like the best table.
Yeah, it's like the.
Oh, it's like the tubes. Oh, I never really noticed that.
Yeah, the tubes give you like a ping of a snare. It kind of sounds like a piccolo snare.
Yeah. I gotta start doing that in my videos now.
Yeah, and I need another camera. Another thing that's so cool about this is just like how accessible this is. Like a lot of musicians like will really concentrate on getting like the best, most expensive gear, and it's just pens in the desk.
That's all you need. It's $3 max, and that's it.
Do you ever write with them?
Barely. You know, sometimes because I work a pizza delivery job, right?
Yeah,
so when I take these pens on deliveries, they're like, "Oh, the pen doesn't work," and in my head, I'm like, "That makes sense."
Do you ever use your feet at all? I guess not, because it's not on the desk.
I mean, I could. I mean, my brother's sleeping downstairs, so I don't want to wake him up. But
Death metal beat.
ooh, okay.
I'm new to this.
You can even do it with your wrist too, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. You know, that's something I noticed about pen tapping too. You could use the table as a tom, you know, like in drums.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just matters the direction you hit it.
Man, these little nuances and you get all these different sounds out of a table.
Yeah, so it's like a basic trap beat. I feel like the snare could be a little better though, and the hi-hat could be more.
Yeah, it could.
No, you're getting it though. You're getting it.
Yeah, it could be better.
Oh, no, you almost got it. No, you actually picking it up pretty quick, which is good.
Thank
like
you,
knowing that you
thank
have
you.
that musical experience already with like tempo, drumming, guitar, and stuff like that. It really started taking off was back in 2023.
Yeah.
Because I always go to this tax place. I know the owner, so we like know each other personally. And one day he just wanted me to freestyle at the tax appointment, and I was nervous at first because he was putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
But then I started freestyling. The next day, Will Smith reposted it. All these big pages like the Shade Room, World Star Hip Hop. So that's when I started, you know, getting signed, you know, to teams and everything.
Have you like gone into a recording studio where they're like, okay, we need your beats, and you're like, all right, here's my table, here's my pens?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I already have a lot of experience working with producers in the studio, but that's one of my biggest dreams, you know, bring these sounds to the music industry.
Yeah, just being here, I can't believe it sounds that good. I kind of thought
it sounds a lot better in person.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I thought that, I don't know, maybe you had different mics at different spots. Maybe you were like triggering bass drum sounds or something. Like, no, this is just you and a table.
People think my videos are fake, which I take as a compliment, actually. People call me like an AI or something. I'm like, all right.
Filming with Marcini said something very similar. He's like, everyone thinks it's fake.
If you're good at your craft, you know, people are gonna think that everything's fake.
Yeah. I got the legs, you add something to it.
Okay, go. So like slow tempos like that. That's a perfect reggaeton beat. Ooh. If I just do this the entire time, just like the bass coming from my wrist, it's gonna get like repetitive, you know? So sometimes I like to like catch them off guard, like it just came out of nowhere. And it also has like a different bass sound, you know, compared to the regular kick from the wrist. So like, so it's like doom, 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 doom. Definitely like a lower pitch. That snare, right? It's
the snare is really because you have to hit it down and still grab onto it, but not have your finger in the way, or else it's.
That's the thing, yeah. So it matters like where you hold the pen as well. Yeah. Because I like to hold it just like this distance right here.
Yeah.
So that's like that's like the sweet spot right there.
Get that ping. You have impeccable rhythm, sir.
Thank you, man.
Did you practice with the metronome?
Oh, actually, I used to play on the drum line in high school.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, and so like all those 4 years taught me a lot about tempo, especially.
Yeah, that comes across. See, I have like guitar player rhythm. For a guitar player, I'm pretty good, but then I get behind the kit and it's a little flowy. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it just depends what instrument you play. You know, could be a little different.
Yeah, guitar players can get away with it a little bit easier.
Yeah. But I learned. I mean,
Try to get maybe some of this stuff. Yeah, I think I could do that.
just every time the bass hits.
It's the one hand doing all three of those sounds. That's really difficult. That's what's really
That's the
tough.
thing. That's the thing.
Because
you gotta get comfortable with the right hand first.
I'm used to the kick being my foot, you know.
I mean, you could also do it like that. You know, don't get me wrong. But the standard way to do the bass is with your wrist.
Yeah.
There you go. It looks like you have a lot more control if you just do the bass with the.
Yeah, because I have decades of hitting the bass drum here.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that
I
makes
used to be in a metal band. That type of thing.
Oh damn. I mean, I could do it with my wrist.
Yeah. Metal.
Woo! Recognize that intro?
Okay, how do you do the?
See, that's gonna take a while because
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that.
I started off doing it just like this,
Yeah.
which is the standard way that everybody does it. But basically,
Then you get
it sounds really weird when I explain it. But you have to have your mouth like in an O shape form, like you gotta have your tongue like all the way back at first. So when you do the raindrop, it's like basically blowing like a reverse whistle, right? So it's like. So it's basically like coming from like your throat basically. So you gotta go like, but like when your tongue is all the way back, and you do that, then your tongue has to go forward. I don't know, it sounds super weird to explain.
I don't think I'm getting that one today. I could do like a.
Oh, you got that, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like to play like, recognizable songs. Like one of my most popular one is "Animals" by Martin Garrix. Like,
Let's hear it.
see. So that's some Mario, right? So I can see you got that already.
I can move in one direction. I wouldn't be able to do a melody.
Okay. No, you got it. I can see you prefer doing the bass.
Yeah. I mean, I just have
You can
so
do that.
many.
You can do that. Okay. A little transition. Or it could go like.
Yeah.
There you go.
You kind of play with like you're slapping yourself, like.
No, yeah. Some people think it looks kind of like crazy. No, I don't do it to that extent. I don't usually let it roll on the table, just like you do with drumsticks. It's just on the wrist. Like,
yeah, of course. There's no Well, there is some.
I mean,
rebound,
you can do
there's
something
rebound. Yeah.
But I barely do that. If I was to do that, I prefer it with a pencil because a pencil has more bounce compared to a pen.
Yeah. Woo. You bought the pen. You're gonna use all of it. Woo.
Oh, you got the triplets? Yep.
You get a really good bass drum sound by using your brother's room as like an acoustic cavity. Yeah, you know?
There you go. Ooh.
Oh, you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me shut up then. Let's do it again. I didn't realize you were doing that high note too.
I usually no.
Sorry,
I
was
usually.
kidding. I thought it was impossible, and I was helping you out. I
no,
was
you're
getting
good,
in your
you're
way.
good, you're
Okay, let's. Yeah.
Lennie recreated this beat so well that we got a copyright claim on the video for the song, which is unbelievable. So at the end of the video, we're gonna link to the second channel where you can hear it, but just wild stuff. Back to the video.
If only if I had a better voice for that though. But
No,
I
you
mean,
sound great. When you started playing that earlier, I was like, I'm gonna help him out because it's impossible for him to do the melody of this at the same time. And
Sometimes you gotta push your limits. You know?
Yeah. Nailed it.
If you wanna do that, I'd like
Yeah.
throw in a little.
Whoa, doing the kick with that is really impressive. It reminds me a little bit of filming with Marcin, just a
Really?
little, because like with his right hand he'll get like the kick and all these different percussive sounds.
Yeah. You know, that's actually something I tried doing, but I just never could get that
Yeah.
right. Maybe something like a karate chop or something. Like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got that
That's
on
it.
camera,
Yeah.
too.
Uh-huh.
We got that.
Yeah.
We got that on camera.
That's cool.
Let's see if I can make that to a beat.
Okay.
See, damn, that one was perfect.
You gotta-
I
yeah,
caught
that's
it
a-
like
that's a tricky one.
I caught it like this too. That was perfect. So
Yeah.
maybe do something like this. Like
Yeah.
nope, I didn't grab it right though. It needs to land like this. I almost got
And
it.
you caught it on time too.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. Is it on the? It's on the camera. Look.
Yeah.
I almost got it though. I almost got it.
Yeah.
See, if I do it this way, it's definitely gonna fly that way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Ah man, I'm gonna get that. You actually made me discover that.
Ooh, could it maybe like I sign your name?
People actually tell me that all the time that I should try pen tapping while actually writing something. I'm gonna try to write my name. So
Write an essay.
I roll Lennie right there.
Yeah,
crazy.
that could be a whole genre of video where you have another thing here and you could write anything.
Definitely.
That's cool.
I'm trying to perfect that.
It could be cool for me to just like strum some chords as you go.
Oh, actually. I mean, it's not the same.
Oh, okay.
It's called the cyber.
Ah!
I don't know.
Whoa, no, this is perfect.
I hope it's charged. And everything. So you could play.
Okay, let's bring it over here. Let's bring it over here.
So oh, whoa, what? Yeah, so you can also change like the sounds over here too. there and do the other way.
I broke your pen. Does this happen often?
So that's why Big sent me like 500 pens in the mail. Just like,
Yeah, you're set for life.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun. You could hear the Latin vibes in there, like
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. It's
I
crazy.
want to try. I want to see if I can. What's on like a?
There you go, there you go. Ah, if you have something on the table while you're pen tapping, it affects the sound of the table.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. See?
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh, we got that on camera, right? We should get the like behind the scenes of this thing. So.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing
Is
it right
it
now.
possible? I mean, is it possible
Oh, yeah.
to record on the phone as well while you do that?
Yeah, yeah. Man, this is fun.
Definitely.
I get it.
1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah. I can't believe it's all on your phone.
Hey, I was
Wow.
planning to post that on my story, but if you want to post that,
No.
You do what you do
should.
whatever you want.
should.
Thank you so much for letting us
Of
be
course,
here.
man. No, thank you for coming out here, man.
Lennie Simo. Check him out
pleasure,
online. Everywhere. He won't be hard to find. In fact, you've probably already seen him.
All you gotta
Just
say-
go on Instagram. There's a really good
The
chance.
crazy thing is, I started on Xbox.
On Xbox.
On Xbox, that was my first audience, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Black Ops 2 back in the day. So
Wow.
before Instrumental, people used to know me as Xbox Pentapper. Because I don't know if you play like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Like,
no, I don't.
We used to like sit in lobbies, like waiting for the game to start. And I just used to put on performances for the people just waiting for the game to start.
You know, you find your niche and you find your audience in different ways. I've never heard anyone say that they found their audience through
I feel like that's very unique, yeah. I mean, that's one way that got me used to performing. You know, I was too scared to go out into the real world and perform. But eventually I started doing like open mics in my city. But when TikTok launched, I think it was like 2018, around there. That's what really started opening up a lot of doors for me. Because anybody nowadays, they could go viral on TikTok. And then they just get like unexpected opportunities.
Is that your biggest platform, you think?
TikTok is my most followed platform. I have like 3.3 on there. And Instagram 1.8.
Yeah.
But I feel like... Yeah, I feel
I checked
like
earlier. It's 1.9.
Is it 1.9?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, man. Last time I
Right?
checked was 1.8.
Yeah. I'm even looking at it. I'm like, oh, my wife liked it.
For real? It's just a
Tomorrow.
crazy feeling just, waking up one day and your videos are like 50 million views. I'm like, whoa. It gets like so overwhelming.
It's addicting, right?
It's amazing,
It's
man.
addicting. Well, congratulations, man.
Thank
You carved
you,
out a really cool corner of the internet for yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And a really, really cool skill. This has been really, really fun. Thanks.
Of course, man.
All right. Yeah, subscribe. Oh, yes.
Alright, follow.
This isn't the last time we do something like this. And the patrons f***ing rule. These people f***ing rule. Dude. Oh, the patrons. Right? Are you
Are you on
on
Patreon?
Patreon?
Yeah.
What was that?
Okay.
Oh. I used to work at a library. And then Patreon came out. My friend Jack made Patreon. And then I started a Patreon. And then a good amount of people from my audience wanted to give me a few bucks every time I uploaded. And that's when I went full time. It was Patreon.
Yeah, buddy.
How do you set that up?
All right.
That's just an extra, yeah.
Thanks
Now
for-
we're gonna.
thanks for watching.
Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe.
It's good.
Now let's get into it.